Welcome to BlackScreenStories. My name is Austin. If you know me, you know I got drunk last year for New Year's. Now, I don't really drink alcohol. Never really cared for the taste. Because of that, I really didn't ever see a need to drink stuff. I know everyone says it's an acquired taste, but I'm not going to spend time drinking something I don't like to maybe like it. Oh, do you want something to drink? You alcoholic? Is that so? So last year Halloween, from 2019 into the 2020 year, I decided you know what? I'm going to get drunk for the first time in my life on New Year's. Talked to my best friend. I'm like, hey, I'm getting drunk this year at New Year's. We're going to be at your house anyway, so let's do it. He's like, I'm in. He's going to get drunk with me. I'm like, perfect. Be the first time to get drunk, be in a controlled environment, be great. Me and him are going to get drunk. His girlfriend will take care of us. Minimal damage. So beforehand, I decide I'm going to bring alcohol. So I go to a liquor store, and I'm like, hey, do you guys have some Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Head Vodka? Not sponsored. They're like, no, we don't. I'm like, cool. Go to a third. I had to go to 3, maybe even 4 of them before I actually found some. And it's all because there's a YouTube video by JonTron where he talks about Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Head Vodka, not sponsored. And I'm like, this would be funny because it's more of a joke than the fact that we wanted to drink Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Head Vodka, not sponsored. So I show up at his house, and I got cranberry juice and some Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Head Vodka, not sponsored. And I'm like, dude, let's do this. So we each take a shot, and I never drink vodka, and it's rough. Here's the thing is, I don't drink, but if someone has something that is alcohol-based, I'll ask to try some. Also try some, just to taste it, and then I'll say, hey, this is bad or it's not. Take our shot, and throughout dinner, we got pizza. I was having some vodka cranberry, and it was okay. Wasn't really feeling anything because we just started. He's like, hey, instead of us getting drunk here at my house, how about we go to a college friend of mine's house? I'm like, dude, that's a terrible idea. The plan was to get drunk here. He's like, we're going. I'm like, all right, whatever. His girlfriend drives since I was planning on getting drunk anyway, and he was going to drink some stuff too. Get there, and they made jungle juice, which is essentially liquor, pop, and juice all mixed together. You don't really taste the liquor, but there's a lot in there. So I tried some. I'm like, oh, it's actually pretty good. So I drank a lot. Pretty close to midnight, I'm like, I was starting to feel it a little bit. So I'm like, hey, dude, I'm feeling a little bit. And he's like, oh, my boy's drunk. I'm like, I'm not drunk. I'm just maybe a little tipsy right now. But I keep drinking. I probably should have had water at some point in between or just stop drinking, but I didn't because I didn't know what to expect. Now it's getting close to midnight. He's like, all right, everyone get upstairs in like the kitchen living room area. So I get in the kitchen since it was just me. Everyone else is like all partnered up and stuff. And I'm leaning against the counter. I'm thinking, this is really starting to affect me now. I am very inebriated right now. And my best friend sees me. We count down. Yay, Happy New Year. 2020's finally started. Going to be a great year. We were wrong. And afterwards, my friend comes up. He's like, all right, we got to go home. And I still had a cup that's about half full. And he takes it. He puts it down on the counter. I'm like, all right, that's rude. So he helps me to my shoes. And I did not have good balance right then. Eventually, get my shoes on. And we start walking to his girlfriend's car outside. And since we're in the Midwest and it's winter, there's ice and snow, so I'm trying to be careful not to fall, but I'm also have no balance. So every time I would lose balance, I would catch myself. And I'm trying to let them know, hey, I'm okay. Don't worry about me. I didn't fall. I'm doing great. But all I can say is I'm good. So I'll take a few steps, stumble a little bit, catch myself, go, I'm good, I'm good. Take a few steps, stumble a little bit, catch myself, I'm good, I'm good. All I can say is I'm good. It was getting ridiculous if that was the only thing I could say. Get in our car, start to drive back to my friend's house. Instead of taking the highway, which would have been faster and less turns, we take back roads. And even though my friend says, oh, we wouldn't have made it home anyway, I still think we would have, but I don't know, I was drunk. So I'm in the back driver's seat. I rolled down the window and just kind of put my head out the window, and it was feeling really nice with the breeze on my face. And I blacked out for maybe a minute. I actually don't know, but it probably wasn't too long. And I come to, and I'm just finished done throwing up outside the car. Then I realize, you know what, I started this throw up inside the car, and half of it is like on the door, and the other half is outside. I say to my best friend and his girlfriend, I threw up. And they're like, you threw up? I'm like, yep. It's still in the car. So they start handing me wet wipes, and they pull over in the gas station. I'm trying to do my best clean up, but I am very drunk right now, and I'm trying to clean up, but I really can't because I can't see straight. Best friend goes inside, gets me a water bottle from the gas station we're at. It was very nice of him. And we make it home. and he's helping me inside. And since I threw up, a bit of it got on my shoulder, so him helping me inside, some got on his shirt. He brings me inside, he's like, all right, I'm going to go pee. So I go into the bathroom because as the person who was a sober kid in college, I was taking care of the drunk kids, and I know a lot, and trust me, this will be a story. Drunk people pee themselves when they try to sleep while drunk. So I knew to not do that. So I, pull my pants on a bit. I put my hand on the wall in front of me so I had something to brace myself and start peeing. Oh, it felt great. It was a long one, too, because I drank a lot. I'm like, all right. Pull my pants up, put toes down, flush the toilet. I'm like, all right. Now I got to turn to my right and wash my hands. Excuse you. And wash my hands, and I'll be good to go. I start turning, lose my balance, do a full 180, sit down on the toilet. But instead of using my hand to brace myself against the sink, I use my hand to brace myself against the wall, and as I'm sliding down, I completely break their toilet paper dispenser off of the wall. And my friend, he's like, you okay, bud? I'm like, yeah, I'm good, I just sat down. So I get up, wash my hands, and I go out, I'm like, hey, I broke your toilet paper holder. And he's like, that sucks, you're a dick. Here's a hoodie because you have throw up on your shirt. And me being myself, don't really care taking my shirt off. And being drunk, I really didn't care. So I just pop it right off in front of him and his girlfriend, put on the hoodie. I'm like, all right, I'm comfy. I lay in the bed. He goes, and I think at some point he actually brought the car somewhere to clean it since there was still throw up inside. That guy is a good guy. So I lay down on the couch. He gives me a bucket that has a plastic bag in case I throw up again. I lay down on the couch on the main floor. They go to the basement, sleep on the couch down there. And every time I close my eyes, I start spinning. Open them, I'm fine. Close my eyes, start spinning. Do this 4 or 5 times, I'm like, all right, I need to get to sleep. Close my eyes, I start spinning. At some point, I have to throw up. Get up, throw up in the bucket. Friend runs upstairs, gives me a new bag, takes the bag that has throw up in it. Don't know what he did with it. Probably threw it away, because that would make sense. And then he gave me 3 Tums. He just put it in my hand and says, here, eat these. And me still being drunk, I'm going, is this a swallow pill or a chew pill? I put them in my mouth and I realized, oh, these are actually really big. So I chew them up, swallow them, good to go. But at that point, I already did the main throw up in the car and the spin throw up right there. So I was already feeling great. I didn't need it. I'm golden. So I'm good. It didn't matter. So he goes back downstairs. I go to sleep. Wake up the next morning. His dad's making breakfast. And that's the morning I realized I don't like chorizo. But I did like the honey or the cinnamon buns he made. Those are pretty good. Go home and take a shower. It wasn't hungover at all. I was actually really happy about that. That was a fun day. First time getting drunk. And I've apologized to the girlfriend many times. But in my defense, the plan was to get drunk at my friend's house. We weren't supposed to go anywhere. That was the plan. I'm a man of plans. I'm not a big spontaneous person. That was the plan. We should have stuck to the plan. Everything would have been fine. Would have just been drunk on Dan Aykroyd's Crystal Light Vodka, not sponsored. And I wouldn't throw up in her car. But that's life. So if you ever decide to get drunk for your first time, do it smartly. And also, don't throw up in your best friend's car. Best friend's girlfriend's car. If you enjoyed this video, see you next time. Sorry for wasting your time.